Before we dive into coding, let's just talk about each one of the types carefully. Unit tests should cover all small, pure functions of an application. You may have heard me say that small, pure functions that take an input and return an output, and that do one thing really, really well, one thing at a time, are the way to go. And it's the main principle in functional programming. Now, the awesome side effect of this is that it allows us to write unit tests really, really easily because our functions are so simple. Just give it an input and get an output and just test that. Based on an input, do you get this output? And this is one of the biggest benefits of functional programming versus object-oriented programming. But to recap, a pure function is a function that has no side effects, like affecting another part of a program and always returns something based on an input. It is deterministic, meaning that you can put in the same input a million times and you'll still get the same output a million times the exact same way, which, as you think about it, makes testing very easy. And by the way, React components are mostly pure functions. Those stateless components that don't have any life cycles or states, well, they get an input, which are props, and they return an output, which is a view. Those are really, really easy to test with something like unit tests. So unit tests are extremely useful. Like I said, these are the things that you'll see 90% of the time, and most of the time you're going to be writing unit tests. So we're going to do that too in this course. The one thing to keep in mind is that unit tests don't test the contract. And what do I mean by the contract? The contract is the connection between things. It could be a contract between a server and a database. It could be a contract between a function and another function. Maybe my sign-in function calls a load profile function. Unit tests would test the sign-in function and a load function, but not the contract between them, whether they integrate well together. The important takeaway is this. When it comes to unit tests, write code that is separated away nicely. Clean, functional components or functions, which make it easier to unit test because everything is small chunks. And this is going to lead to nice maintainable code in the long run. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.